You and your crewmates start your workday at the prestigious Mira HQ. But while most of you are working on the daily tasks, you find out there are actually two imposters among you. These imposters are trying to sabotage the company by any means necessary, even killing the crewmates. But they have to be discreet about it or they will get caught in the act. To help them get away with this, they have a special tool called venting. This allows them to move quickly all over the map. You and the other crewmates don't have this ability and instead have to walk everywhere. With such a large disadvantage, how will you ever find these killers? Well, there is one tool that can be of use. See, the office floor is shaped like this. 3 large rooms, called the North Room, the Southwest Room, and the Southeast Room, all connected by an upside-down, Y-shaped hallway. On every end of this hallway is a sensor that detects when people walk across it. So if no one has vented to skip the sensors, you can sort of know where people are. These detections are visible on a computer that saves the last 20 logs. It shows who walked past which of the 3 sensors, with new entries appearing at the bottom. So while all 8 of you are still alive, you keep track of the logs. Until suddenly everything is kept to a halt, as Red reports that he just found Boots' body. He hasn't seen the killer, so none of the crewmates know who did it. Well, none of them, except you. With the help of the logs, can you find out who the imposters are? This problem might feel a bit overwhelming at first. To make things less chaotic, we can start by splitting up the logs for each individual. This makes it feel more manageable, but doesn't give us a way to solve it yet. For now, let's just start following some people around and see if we can find a clue of how to solve this. Let's start following Brown. His first scan is at the north. We don't know if he passed it going up or going down, because that would both show up the same, but at least we know that he is in either the north or the center room. His next log is southwest, so if he is a crewmate, it means he previously passed the north sensor going south, and now passed this sensor going southwest. If he's an imposter, he could have teleported and be anywhere right now, but if we assume he's not, it means he is now in the southwest room. This is valuable information. If he's now in the southwest room, it means that his next log has to be southwest again, unless he fended away. And we see that his last log is southwest again. This doesn't necessarily mean he is innocent, since imposters could have taken this same route, but at least we cannot say he's guilty based on these logs. But this is useful. If we continue checking the others, maybe someone will give it away. Let's check Green next. His first log is southeast, which means he is in the southeast or the hallway, and the second log is southwest. If he hasn't vented, this means he started in the southeast and moved through the hallway to the southwest room. His next log is southwest again. This means he should be in the hallway, and his final log is north. Just like with Brown, he didn't make an impossible move, and we cannot say he's guilty based on this. Next up is Yellow. He starts at the north scanner and then moves southeast. So this means if he's not an imposter, he's in the southeast room right now. And his next log is north? How is this possible? We had just concluded that he had to be in the southeast room, and there's no way to reach the north scanner from there. There's only one conclusion. He vented past the scanner, meaning we found our first imposter. Let's go a bit quicker over the rest. We already know Blue is not one of them, since he is a victim, and if we check his logs, he only moved from east to west. Of course this move is possible, and it only tells us that his last place was in the southwest room. Orange is up next. His only logs are north twice. That doesn't tell us much. In fact, with only 2 logs, you can't make an impossible move. And we don't even know if he's in the hallway or the north room right now. So let's go to Pink. Pink starts southwest and then goes southeast twice. This is possible if he started in the southwest room, and if he's not an imposter, he should be in the hallway right now. Then finally Red. Red starts going past the north sensor twice, so he started in the center or north room, and then passes the southeast sensor. This is possible if he started in the center, and he should now be in the southeast room. So now we've checked everyone, and Yellow is the only imposter we identified. The other one is still unknown, and it seems like we're unable to find out who it is. Except, there is still one piece of information we haven't used. When looking at Blue's logs, he only passed the southeast and then the southwest scanners. So it means his body has to be in the southwest corner. We could check who else was in the southwest corner while he was there, but that won't do any good, since the imposter could have just vented in as well. But there is someone else who must have been there. The one who reported he found the body is Red, but if we check his logs, he passed the north sensor, then the north sensor again, then the east sensor. Not only does this mean he's not in the southwest room right now, he's never even been there. But since he's the one to report he found the body, he must be there. There's only one explanation. He vented, so he has to be the second imposter. You present your information and the other crewmates agree. Together, you reject both imposters, saving the lives of your fellow crewmates. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more riddles like this, subscribe or click here to watch another video.